Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Potato Chief and welcome to another wrestling review. We're reviewing the Mae Young Classic parts 1 and 2. I was going to do the first 4 parts as a review and do round 1 as a review, but so much happened in the first 2 episodes. It was so good as well, so I wanted to give each one a bit more time. So I'm going to talk about each individual match, what I liked, what I didn't like. We're just going to go through it all. But yeah, so far so good. Really enjoyed it. I love the Cruiserweight Classic and I love the UK tournament. This is more of the same. It's very good, very interesting. I might be nostalgia, but I feel like the Cruiserweight Classic had better matches to begin. But I might be wrong. It might just be my nostalgia goggles right there. But anyway, so yeah, we're at round 1 of the Mae Young Classic. The first 2 episodes, so the first 8 matches. Yeah, the first 8 matches. First of all, it's great to hear Jim Ross back behind the commentary desk. He's a veteran. He's very good at his job, and it's just great to hear him back. He's commentated on a couple of matches on NXT takeovers, and he commentated on Roman Reigns versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. But it's nice to hear him do something a bit more full time, even if it is just temporary. Just to hear him do a couple of shows, which is really nice. And I heard a lot of people hating on Lita online. I don't mind her. I thought she was pretty good. Very good. Considering that she doesn't really do this full time, I think she did a pretty decent job. She's no worse than Byron Saxton or Otunga. So I thought she was pretty decent. I quite enjoyed Lita. I might be a bit biased because she was like my first crush. So I do like Lita a lot. So, but I think she was good on the commentary team. So. One thing I did notice about this tournament is there was a lot of, whenever anyone kicked out of 2, the fans would go, "Too sweet," which is a New Japan thing from the Bullet Club, and that's taken over. Also noticed a lot of Bullet Club shirts in this tournament. A lot of Bullet Club fans in the crowd. I'm not sure how WWE is going to respond to that. There's a lot of Bullet Club chants and Bullet Club shirts. WWE cannot be happy with that. That's, yeah, it's. I don't know how happy WWE is going to be with all this Bullet Club stuff. So, I mean, that's the general stuff in this tournament. But let's get into the matches. So, the first match of the tournament was Kaylee Ray versus Princess Suhei. Kaylee Ray, I thought, would do better because she was in the bracketology thing. And they went through her history and all this stuff and explained stuff about her. 9 vet, but no, she lost to Princess Suhei. Who's a 20-year veteran. She lost to an armbar. Pretty standard stuff. It was a pretty standard match. It was a good match. There was 2 veterans. Just a good way to warm up the show, get the show going. It was quite simple, quite a straightforward match. Lost with an armbar, as I said. The second match was Serena Deeb versus Vanessa Bourne. Vanessa Bourne likes to talk in third person, which I always thought was a bit creepy. Yeah, in talking in third person, decided to being a serial killer. Potato Chief is great. Potato Chief is the best YouTuber ever. You must love Potato Chief. He is amazing. Like, what the fuck? So weird. So random. Didn't like it. Ditch. If that's your gimmick to talk in third person, ditch it. Because it makes you look creepy as fuck. Serena Deeb was a part of the Straight Edge Society. And I think this is the first time in a long time that WWE has not Chris Benoit the CM Punk. They didn't cut him from video. He was there. They had clear footage of CM Punk in the ring with Serena Deeb. I don't think they didn't say CM Punk Straight Edge Society or anything like that. And they also didn't mention the fact that was Luke Gallows in the ring. So that was funny. Yeah. Yeah, so it's interested to see CM Punk on screen in the WWE. I mean, they usually just delete him from history, so that's an interesting one. But yeah, Serena won that match. Looked strong. Yeah, it was a good match. She won with a spear. Better spear than Roman Reigns is, I think. It was a pretty decent spear. It was a good spear. Yeah, I liked it. I liked the spear. It was pretty decent. I'd like to see her try and apply it on someone like Serena Baszler, someone bigger, but we'll see. Speaking of Serena Baszler, she was the next one up. She was against Zeda. I can't pronounce it. I looked up Zeda before this tournament, and I thought she would do well. I thought she was a good competitor, but no, she kind of got squashed. by Serena Baszler. Serena Baszler beat the crap out of her, to be honest. It was pretty much a squash match. It was brutal. The way the match ended, she had this like a fisherman suplex into a dragon sleep, into like a sleeper hold. It was a good match. It was a bit quick. If you don't know who Serena Baszler is, she was one of the best UFC fighters in the world for a while. She was in the top 10, and she's one of her busy mates is Ronda Rousey. And she's part of the 4 horsewomen of UFC. So it'd be interesting if we get the 4 women of UFC, the 4 horsewomen of UFC versus the 4 horsewomen of WWE. That would be pretty interesting. And then the final match of the show was Jazzy Gabor versus Abbey Leif. Can't pronounce it. It looked like Jazzy was going to win. She was beating the piss out of Abby. It was really one-sided, and it was a complete beatdown. But she lost. Abby did the Mae Young's finisher, so that's a fitting tribute to Mae Young, and won the match. Jazzy said she's not finished, so I don't know what's going to happen here. As a single elimination, is Jazzy going to come out and beat the... Is she going to interfere in a match or something? I don't know what's going to happen there, so that's an interesting one. And that was episode 1. Episode 1, honestly, the last 2 matches were just basically too... Like, the Jazzy Gabor one was pretty much a squash match, but with a shock upset at the end, whereas the one before that was literally a squash match. So the first 2 matches were pretty decent, but the rest were a bit... Yeah, it was a bit one-sided. I don't really know. I wasn't a huge fan of episode 1. I think they should have... Episode 2 was a better show. I think they should have put that one on first. Just gonna say it. So, speaking of episode 2, we're gonna get into episode 2 now. So we start off with Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. I took so many notes about this match. I literally could talk about this match for about 20 minutes. There's so many odd things, like Mercedes hitting a spine buster, and Xia no selling it, kicking out a 1, but Mercedes still acted like it should have been a free count. It's like, ref, that's a free, and it was like, no, she kicked out a 1. It was really odd, and there was always like a couple of botches and stuff. But apparently, Xia Li's first ever match in WWE. So, of course, there's going to be some botches, I suppose. Yeah, Mercedes has MLG... The biggest takeaway for this whole thing was Mercedes has MLG foghorns in her entrance music, which I thought was hilarious. All I can think all match is how MLG pro she is, being a 16-year vet. She's going to be facing Princess Suhei in the next round, I think. So it's 2 long-term veterans facing each other, which is a really interesting matchup. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Mercedes won with a Dragon Sleeper. It was brutal. Turned into a pretzel. Xia Li completely mangled. It was nasty. It was really bad. It bent her right back. The next match was Rachel Evans versus Marty Bell. Rachel Evers. Rachel Evers is the daughter of Paul Ellering, so that's cool. And then Marty Bell is a powerful Dominican woman who don't need no man. So Rachel won. She hulked up in the match, which I thought was cool, but she just won with an inside cradle, which was a bit of a weird way to end it, but there you go. Rhea Ripley versus Marita Salanders. Wasn't really much to say about this match. Rhea is an Australian 20-year-old football player. Miranda is trained by Booker T. I thought Miranda had put more of a fight. Not really. It's kind of over. Rhea just did a drop kick in the bottom corner, which looked nasty as hell, and then ended it with a full Nelson slam, which is very similar to the Kolosh that Jinder Mahal uses. So I thought that was interesting. And also, during the most interesting part of that match was during the match, Lita said that she was a pirate when she was 20 years old. I don't know if that was her joking. I'm pretty sure it was her joking. It was a bit random. Like, yeah, I was a pirate when I was 20. Like, okay, Lita. Good for you. While you've been smoking, you gotta give me some of that stuff. And then the final match was Mia Jin versus Sarah Logan, which was hands down the best match of the first 2 nights, the first 2 shows. Incredible. Really good matches. Mia is a high flyer. They had all this stuff. It's like, I was gonna say backstory, but it's true about how she went through some domestic abuse, and it's horrible to think about that. But you know, she's come through. She's a stronger woman for it. And then Sarah Logan So it's like you got that realistic storyline, and then you got this Sarah Logan one where she's Louisiana, Kentucky, and she hunts animals for food, and she fights goats, and she should be the niece of Davy Crockett, and she has banjo music in her entrance theme. I don't know what my accent. I'm trying to do a Southern accent, not very good. But yeah, basically she's American South, Kentucky girl. Is kind of, you know, we get it, WWE. You don't have to keep banging the nail in. You kind of made it clear. You just saying that she's from Kentucky is enough. You didn't have to go for all this weird backstory of her hunting animals, fighting goats, and had to have banjo music when she came out. It was really random. But yeah, I want to pattern Kentucky strong style, because she's a strong style wrestler. So Kentucky strong style, not Japanese strong style anymore. We want Kentucky strong style. That's what I want. Yeah, there was like a really stiff. It was a really stiff match. Slaps back and forth. Mia won with like a foot to the head. It's hard to explain the move. I don't know what it's called. But she sticks her foot up and then grabs her and then sticks her head to, like, knocks her out with like a big boot sort of thing. It's really weird and complicated. But yeah, it was a really good match. Hands down the best match of the night. If you for some reason haven't watched this Mae Young Classic yet, I would recommend just watching that match. It's the one worth watching. If that's the one of the best. Sarah Logan, Mae Young, watch it. Very good match. But yeah, so far so good. Really enjoying the tournament. Can't wait to see episodes 3 and 4. I'm going to binge watch them tonight. What do you guys think? Are you guys enjoying the Mae Young Classic? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, laters.